Hello, welcome to my podcast. My name is Honey K, and I am from the Bronx. If anyone doesn't know, Cardi B said that one time, and I thought it was so funny. So that's where I got that from. But today I'm doing some embarrassing story times. I'm going to do a couple short stories of the most embarrassing moments that I've been through, and all of them involve me sleeping, okay? This is going to be really, really funny and embarrassing to share, but I did a story time before on my channel. I enjoyed it. I don't have to prepare, take notes, think. I just tell it right off the top of my dome. So let's get started. The first story I'm going to tell, I was, I think, a freshman or sophomore in college, and there was this really, really cute guy. He was an athlete, and I met him on my first day freshman year. I remember that. And we just kind of kept in touch, kept in contact. He did ask for my number when I first met him, but we didn't keep it going really. It just kind of was oh, okay, when we see each other, we say hi, texting here and there. And then one night I just saw him, and it was raining, and we were both outside, and I just went up to him and gave him a hug, and he just wouldn't let me go. And we just had a connection, a little bond, and he just made me feel good in that moment. And then I think the next night he texted me and asked to come over, and so he came over. And I don't remember what we were doing, what we did. We didn't do anything sexual, but I don't even think we watched a movie. I think we just talked, laid down, cuddled, and went to sleep in my bed. And he went to sleep in my bed without his shirt on. And I'm a spoon type of cuddle. I either cuddle we're both facing each other and holding each other, hugging, or I cuddle you hold me and I'm the little spoon, or I hold you. No, I never am the big spoon. I'm either the little spoon or we're hugging. One or the other. So he pulled me. He sleeps on his back though. So he pulled me onto his chest, and that's how I fell asleep, laying on his chest. Cute, right? Cute little story. He was cute. His chest was nice. No. So the sunlight comes, sunrise, I wake up, I start to put my head up. I feel so much moisture on my face. And as soon as I lift up my head, it gets cold. So I put my head back down to keep it warm. I realize it's my slobber, but it's so much. It's like a pool. It's a pool, guys. Oh my goodness. So what do? I jump up, or I'm okay, I have to move at some point. I'm sitting there thinking what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This is embarrassing. I jump up, grab a whole entire towel, and wipe his chest. Luckily, when I got up, he didn't wake up. I thought he would wake up because of how cold the slobber was once I removed my face from it. But I ran over, wiped his chest, and I wiped mine. Then he woke up, and he didn't say anything, guys. So I'm glad he didn't say anything, because that was embarrassing. Okay, that was story time number 1. Okay, so the next story time that I can think of about me having an embarrassing sleeping moment, I was in high school. I snuck over this boy's house. As soon as I got in, he's be quiet. And I didn't know it was going to be all this sneaky. I'm thinking all it's going to be is me coming over. I meet his family. No, I'd have to tiptoe to his room, and I have dinosaur feet, so I stomp. I'm very heavy footed, so I have to tiptoe to his room, and we go in his room, and we go to sleep. We may have done something sexual, I don't even recall, but that's not even the point. Anyways, so we go to sleep. He wakes me up early in the morning. He's like, I'm about to go take my mom to work. I'm like, okay, why didn't you take me home first? Like, what was the point of me coming here? He's like, shh. I gotta go take my mom to work. Just be quiet and stay right here. I'm like, so silent. I didn't say anything. And I'm like, what about your dad? I think I just took my phone and I wrote in my hand because I'm not a good whisperer. I'm like, what about your dad? Because his dad was in the house. If he went to go take his mom to work, and I didn't want to get called. He was like, just be quiet and stay here. Next thing I know, he's gone. Child, he wasn't texting me back. And I can hear his dad walking and stuff right past the room. The door isn't locked. I'm freaking the freak out. Okay. He only walked by once, but still. So I know that I snore like a freaking old grown man, like somebody's dad. So I'm literally so tired because he just like woke me up early in the morning, but I couldn't even go back to sleep because I snore. And I didn't want to get caught by his dad. Oh my goodness, guys. It wasn't embarrassing, but it was embarrassing because it's like, what predicament am I in right now? I'm in this freaking boy's room. We didn't even I don't even think we did anything the night before. It was literally just like, what is the point? And I'm just laying there, hiding from his freaking dad, hoping he doesn't open the door, and just laying there in silence. Yeah. Like, what the heck? Okay. So, next little story. This is the most recent one. And honestly, it's the reason why I'm even making this story time, because suddenly, after that experience, I was just so embarrassed and like cognitive of the fact that I snore, and now it's an insecurity of mine. And there's nothing I can do about it, guys. Like, people who snore can't breathe. So I can't breathe. Anyway, okay. So I'm just sleeping with this guy. I'm not even sleeping with him. So I'm at his house, and he wasn't expecting me to sleep over, and I also wasn't expecting to sleep over, but circumstances forced me to sleep over. But anyway, we're up watching a movie or whatever, and I fall asleep, and then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, did I fall asleep? He was like, yeah, you was really snoring. Guys, this was my crush, and I didn't even want to sleep over because I knew that I snored, and I didn't even know him like that. I did not want this to happen, but anybody know how to not snore? Like, I've Googled it several times. I snore. I think I have a deviated septum, honestly. Nothing I can do about it, but I was just so embarrassed when he said that, because like, just think, you don't mean to fall asleep and your freaking crush is like, yeah, you were snoring, in like a negative way. Like, he didn't say it like funny, nice. He was like really judging me. I felt judged. And he snored too, by the way. Later that night I heard him snore, but I'm thinking, dang, my snore must have been so loud and rough that he had to say something. And honestly, guys, lately my snores have been getting worse. So when I sleep, sometimes I like hear it and I'm like, that is so loud. So yeah, my snoring is just embarrassing. It has been embarrassing me in my life. I remember in college one time I like slept with this guy, and he was like, he told the story to everybody when we woke up in the morning. He was like, yo, I woke up like, Dad? Like, thinking I was back home. Like, I woke up not knowing where I was because her snore was so loud. Oh, my goodness. It was embarrassing. Oh, my goodness. Why? Okay, and I saved the most embarrassing sleeping story for last. You guys are going to literally gag. Okay, so get your water ready. I'm telling you, this story ain't even about to sound real, okay? So I was a bartender, and I always was like solicited to go up to people's I was a bartender at a hotel. People always asked me to come up to their rooms, X, Y, and Z. I played the part until I got my tip, and then no. Anyways, one time we had this really hot, like, when he walked in, I never used the word hot to refer to men, but I'm telling you, he was the most attractive man I had ever seen, okay? He walks in, and I'm immediately attracted, and then I go to talk to him to take his order. He doesn't speak English. He's French. He's a celebrity in whatever countries he's from, but not here, because I had looked him up on Instagram and he had a blue check mark. So yeah, he was verified, girl. Okay, he was fine. Okay. So anyway, I ended up like Google translating to him that I like him, X, Y, and Z. He's like, come up to my room. I'm like, okay. Now, guys, this whole story is embarrassing from front to end, okay? I'm leaving work, and I work in a restaurant. Like, we're dirty, we're smelly when we leave. Our shoes, we have to wear like non-slip shoes, and we wear them all the time, so they're like stinky. Like, I probably just stank, okay? I probably smell like a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of food, a little bit of stink here, a little bit of stink there. Anyway, so I come over. It's late as hell. I get in bed with him. Guys, he doesn't speak English at all. So he literally mimicked. How do I say this nicely? He mimicked fellatio to try to tell me to do that. And I was like, no. And then I just went to sleep. Looking back, I don't know why I did this. Like, I don't know why I went to this man. I know why I went to the man's room. He was really cute and I liked him. But if I wasn't planning on having sex with him and we couldn't even talk and I knew that I stank, like, why did I go? Like, what was going to come out of it? Like, why would I just go to sleep knowing I'm the most ugliest sleeper on the planet? Child, I went to sleep. So he woke me up in the middle of the night mimicking a snore sound. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. He mimicked the snore, waking me up multiple times throughout the night. Several times I should have just been like, leave. Why am I still here? Oh, God. I don't know why that happened. That is so embarrassing. I can't even laugh about it. Freaking embarrassing. I can't believe I did that. And it was really hot. And I just left in the morning. And we just never spoke again. And obviously we never spoke in the beginning anyways. So, yeah. Am I the only woman who snores? Honestly, that didn't make me embarrassed about snoring. But the most recent story that I had told about my crush and I slept over his house by accident and started snoring, that made me really embarrassed. And I'm like, oh my goodness, just judge me away. Judge away in the comments. I'm a dirty, nasty snorer. Does anyone else snore? Does everyone hate people who snore? I know everyone snores, but apparently mine is like rough. And I'm a girl, like a girly girl, a lady. No, I get so unladylike at night. So those are my embarrassing stories. Can anyone top it? Probably not. And if you think you can top that, let me know your embarrassing stories in the comments. And I bet you I can share some more embarrassing stories that can top yours. Okay, I have been through a lot. Thank you for listening to these stories. I hope something made you laugh or feel better about yourself, at least if you haven't had those scenarios happen to you. My name is Honey K. I'm from the Bronx. Thank you for listening. Okay, let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube what you thought. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next podcast. This is my 12th. So, we're on a ball. We're rolling. Thanks for listening to my 12th podcast. Have a great day.